Hi, Rakesh. Welcome to Architects of FinTech by M-DAQ. Love to have you here. And we'd like to start off by asking you to introduce yourself.
Glad to be here, Vidi. It's been a wonderful couple of days. My name is Rakesh Krishnamuti. I'm the commercial director of Zen.com for Southeast Asia. Let me tell you a little bit about Zen.com. Essentially a two-sided network of consumers and merchants. So we serve our consumers through our Zen digital wallet, as well as associated Visa or MasterCards. On the merchant side, we serve our merchants through payment methods, right, ranging from credit cards to alternative payments. So our goal is to create a global two-sided network of consumers and merchants and help them move money and spend money around the world like a local.
Excellent. And as you're creating and building this global network, let's zoom in a little bit into ASEAN as a region. What do you think is the biggest barrier in ASEAN in terms of financial infrastructure for businesses operating here?
I think the biggest barrier, and I think it's a recurring theme, that we've been hearing over the last couple of years, is the issue of interoperability. Every single country in ASEAN has got their own operating regime, regulations, and operating models. So let me give you a quick example. For instance, the QR network, right, in Singapore is very different from the QR network in Malaysia. We do it now, and in Philippines with Philippines QR. So there lacks at this point of time, a single layer of interoperability that's going to allow cross-border transactions to take place. So I think over the years, there have been several initiatives that are being planned to address this, and there are some players in the market, and I think it's a good step forward to addressing those interoperability.
Okay. And how are you using partnerships locally in this region to be able to deliver on your vision?
Partnerships are top priority for us, right? That's a saying, right? If you want to go fast, you go alone. But you want to go far, and then you go with somebody else. And I think our partnership with M-DAQ is a very true testament of us trying to go far, because we can't scale in a market without the right partners. You can have the right technical product like we have, but once you come into a market where there are a lot of local nuances, local capabilities, local regulations, which we don't have, partnering with somebody like M-DAQ is going to be critical for us to scale, to launch, and to grow.
Excellent. And what kind of technologies are you seeing sort of become the vision and become reality next year to deliver on this vision of ASEAN interoperability?
I think the key thing I would say would be going back to my earlier point of interoperability. I see several initiatives at the regional level, starting with the governments of these countries coming together, and then with the private sector coming in as a supporting network to pull together all these disparate operating models and operating regimes. And I think that's going to be, the flavor of the next few years, hopefully.
So partnerships over technology.
Absolutely. Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to end by asking you one question. As an architect of FinTech yourself, what do you think is going to be the most important foundational element for building stable financial infrastructure for ASEAN?
I personally, coming from Zen as a company, I feel our foundation is to be able to scale globally through local connectivity, right? Because that's always been our goal, to be a global player. While we have the global capabilities, we know that scaling, getting local connectivity is going to be one of the most important ways for us to expand, right? And working with partners like M-DAQ in Singapore and in some other countries, that's going to give us the ability to achieve that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time and for your opinions at Architects of FinTech.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.